Hey guys, it's Christy at the Paper Lion. This is a new type of video that I'm doing today. Some of my videos are already of like some of the things that I have crafted. But today I thought I'd sit down and do a quick little tutorial and see how this goes, because I do enjoy crafting things, and I haven't really tried like making something on camera. I usually just do it in my downtime. But anyway, I was in Corsicana and I went to the Dollar Tree. I always check theirs out because they always have such great things that I can't find in my local ones. And so I found this cute little crafting paper pad in their crafting section. So I was like, oh my god, for $1.25, I thought it was super cute. And I just wanted to share with you guys in case you haven't seen it. You might want to go and grab it for yourself. But inside, it's got these cute little illustrated crafting pages of woodland creatures like the owl, the bunny, fox, bird, and there's other ones like there's a squirrel with his little acorn, a raccoon, and of course mushrooms. Everybody loves mushrooms. So I figured, okay, I'll just come on really quick and make my first video, my actual crafting video, something super simple, something super short, and just see how it goes, like I said. But anyway, so I'm gonna be making journaling cards from this. This little pack comes with 8 different images, and there's 2 of each, so there's a total of 16, and each one measures 5 inches by 7. So what I did, because the paper itself, for $1.25, is really kind of flimsy, I thought I'd take it and back it on some cardstock. And so I cut the cardstock. It's 5 inches wide and 7 inches high. And I'm just going to simply take my glue stick. Because it's very thin, I didn't want to take a risk with like using paper glue, because I normally use this Elmer's quick dry glue. It's the Craft Bond. This is the one that I really like by Elmer's. I got this one at Hobby Lobby. I haven't had a chance to get back, but it was a fabric and paper glue, and this one was awesome. It didn't warp the paper. It didn't leave big bubbles or anything like that, and I really love that one, but I'm out of it. So instead, I've been getting this one from a place that's closer to me than Hobby Lobby. So I'm not gonna use this one today because, like I said, with it being so thin, I didn't want to risk the chance of having like, how, and if anybody kind of uses this kind of thing, you know how it can do paper. It can like leave little bubbles or like large little piles in it, unless you have like, of course, something that you can go really thin with. So today, my glue of choice is going to be the Elmer's purple glue, and of course it dries clear. I don't know if you've used this. If you have, let me know in the comments if this is one of your favorites. Or I know Art Glitter Glue, or I think that's Art Glitter Glue, or Fabri-Tac. I know that's probably the glue that most people use. But anyway, I'm talking a lot, as I normally do in some of my other videos. So let's just go ahead and get straight into this video. What I'm gonna do is glue the apply glue to the cardstock, and I'm gonna try to get a nice even layer, which I know it can be kind of hard sometimes working with glue stick. And I think I like the purple one better because it does give you more of a visual of what you're actually applying and where, because with the clear one you really you're just at the mercy of the glue to where it's going and where it's not going. And I just want to make sure I pay close attention to the edges, because that's where, when you're using glue stick, that's usually where you have the most problems, is around the edges. So I want to just make sure I get everything glued down to the edge. And so then basically all I'm gonna do is take the corner and align it and make sure it's straight. Then I'm gonna bring this over here to make sure that one is straight, smooth it down, and then just smooth it off, you know, and bam, it's already done. That's like basically the majority of your project done right there. Of course, you can take this little glue off. You don't want to really have much glue on the back. And I'll set this aside for a second, let that dry, because this is the one that I'm going to really work on. But I'll show you the other ones that I've already done off camera. I decided to do one of each because, you know, when you're putting journals together, it's always nice to have a little bit of ephemera or something already done. That way you don't have to just, you know, start everything from scratch. So there they are. And the cardstock, of course, gives them a little more stability than just that flimsy little paper. And so and they all have, you know, plain backs. But I'm gonna go ahead, I wanted to do the bunny, but because I want to keep this video kind of short, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do, who do I want to do? They're also cute. Do I want to do the bird, or I really kind of wanted to do the bunny, so you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and do the bunny. He's not completely dry, but guess what, he is dry enough for this tutorial. And you know, with glue stick, it really doesn't take very much. And then, you know, of course, if you have a little bit of, my hands, I've been working on stuff earlier and got like ink on my nails and stuff like that, so don't pay mind to that. But if you have a little bit of edge, you can always, you know, cut that off if you want to. I also, while I was there, found this other great little rolling cutter tool in the craft section. So I'm gonna see how I tried to use it earlier and it worked really good. So let me see if I can take off just this little bitty edge from here. And this is completely unnecessary. I'm just being asinine at this moment just to kind of see if it's gonna work. And for the most part it did. I don't really think I pushed down hard enough because, and so let's just line that back up right there and do that. And I think I actually, look at what I did. Too much, took too much off. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and trim that down with my scissors. This is just for play anyway, so it's okay if it's not 100%. You know, as crafters, we make mistakes, and I just happened to make one on camera, but I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep going because it's okay. That's the beauty of handmade items. They have a little character to them. So anyway, what I'm going to do with this guy, I have some cardstock over here that I kind of just inked up. I took my little, my ratty tool and just inked it up right there. This is what I normally ink my papers with, and it's time for me to change this one out. But this also comes from the Dollar Tree. It comes in a pack of little, you know, a pack of like blotters or sponges, and I really like these. They're very cheap, so if you like cheap stuff and you don't want to spend a whole lot on crafting, the Dollar Tree is the way to go. Of course, I order from different places, and I also, you know, find things at sales or, you know, thrift shops and things like that. You just, you know, you never know where you're gonna find stuff. Anyway, so let me take this. I already had it inked up, so for the video I'm gonna go ahead and use it. Line my paper up to where I want it to go, and then I'm just gonna pull that off. And for this, I'm going to, with the backs of yours, you can take them and you can this is fine just like that. You could ink that up and go right ahead with that, but for the sake of the video, I'm going to add this extra little cardstock on here because I want to actually add a little bit of something to the back of this as well. So I am now going to...
Did you see she just opened my door?
Yeah, can you shut it, please? My daughter and the cat opening the door on her own, like she pays bills around here. Anybody else's animals think that they own the place? Anyway, so I'm just going to go ahead and add a little bit of glue to this. And ink this down. I really need to get one of those little bottles that have the needle glue point where it makes it super easy. And with this, I don't mind, now that I've got the cardstock on it, I'm not actually going on the thin paper, so it really doesn't matter. And that paper is already secure on the front, so I don't have to worry about that paper bubbling up. Alright, so let's just add this. Of course, we're going to do the same thing. Make sure our edges are aligned. And then we're just going to make sure everything's like that. There we go. Alright, and so there we go. Of course, there's a little bit of edges, and I'm go and trim that up a little bit. I'm not going to use that tool on camera again. I'm not going to embarrass myself using that tool again. So I'm just going to use the old-fashioned way and go with regular scissors. And just trim that excess off of the cardstock. This one is, you know, going to be a little wet while I'm working with it, but it'll be okay. This is just a quick little thing, so I don't have time to wait for the glue to dry and all that jazz. Alright, so what we're going to do is I'm going to use my little paper rounder. Hopefully it'll go through with it being still kind of wet. It should. So let's see if I can get that to, yeah, cut without too much of a hassle. I always think things are so cute when you round the corners on them. And of course, I like to round my corners before I ink. Might as well, so that I don't have to go back and do an extra step of re-inking those cut corners. So with my ink, I'm going to be using Vintage Photo. As you can see, it's been used and loved and used and loved. And I'm just going to lightly go around and ink my edges. This little brush gives a really nice little coverage to it. When you're gluing, make sure you're getting everything, because if you don't, I don't know if you can see that, but it rises up a little bit. So just make sure you're gluing everything. I think next time I do this, I'll glue a part, a little section at a time, and not try to do the whole thing. That way maybe I can have more control over what I'm actually gluing. And of course, since we're going to be on the, you know, doing something on the back too, might as well ink the back as well. And like I said, I'm going to make this super simple. And the way I did this cardstock, it's an easy way. If you don't feel like taking a bunch of papers and taking the time to tea dye them and do all that stuff, you simply just take your brush or whatever little tool you're using and just go across your paper and give it some ink, and bam, you got distressed paper without doing a whole lot. Alright, so with this one, no. Okay, well, I guess it doesn't hurt. You know, we can actually just give this a little distressing too, since it's already done it for us. Why not add a little more? Make it look really shabby and grungy. That's the beauty of crafting. You can make it however you want to. You mess up, that's okay. Just roll with it and go with it. And this is the beauty of recording. All of your mistakes get caught on camera. Isn't that fun? But anyway, let's move on. Let me see, where is my hole punch? And I know I have one. And I know I had one here. There it is. we're just going to put a hole right here in the middle. And of course you can use this as a giant tag. You know, let's go ahead and ink around that little hole a little bit. You use this as a giant tag. You can use this in your journals as a flip out. You can use it as a tuck spot by, you know, gluing two sides. You can use it just as a journaling card, you know, whatever. But today we are going to add a little bit of ribbon to the top of here. I already cut some ribbon before I started this video. And actually what I wanted to add a charm. So before I do that, where's the little charm that I set aside? And of course, now that I'm recording, oh, there we go. I'm going to use my tool to open that up. And let's twist this a little bit and get this right on there. And let's close that back up really quick. And that's a cute little flower on a heart. I don't know if you can see that. And let's see, I'm just gonna tuck that through. Nope, because if I tuck that through that way, that's gonna be backwards. So let's not tuck it that way. And let's do it this way. See if that'll work better. As I said, everything goes wrong when you're on the camera. But that's the way life is. And now my charm is backwards. You know what? We're just gonna go with it. You guys know how to turn a charm around. And we're just gonna leave it just like that for right now. Turn that charm around later. You know what? That's gonna bother me. Let me just go ahead and turn that around now. There. That way we don't have to take the whole thing off. Close it just a little bit. Alright. So now I got a little lace, not lace, a little fabric tag on there. And then we can now turn our attention to the back. So how do you guys think that's looking so far? Cute little tag. I mean, it's just a quick little tutorial. If you wanted to go fancy, you could add some lace to the bottom of it. I'm not going to do all of that in this video. But like if you have some pretty vintage lace, which I always have my lace on the thing, and now that I'm doing the video, I cannot find it. What in the world? Oh, there it is. Can't you tell I'm rushing? But anyway, you could add some little lace down here to the bottom, or you could add, you know, whatever makes you happy. You know, actually I might put a little piece of lace on there just for the sake of the video. Add a piece of lace here. And my daughter is asking me to add one of these stamps, and I just might on the back side when we get to decorating the back side of this, since it has been requested. And she's being so silent in the background. To show my appreciation, I'll take her suggestion. So we're just going to glue that down there. Give that a chance to dry for a second. And of course we'll clip off the little excess in a second. Let's go ahead and trim that off. I should leave things alone, shouldn't I? Until they're finished. I really should. Oh, but I am trying to make this video short. So let's go ahead and trim that down. And trim it down on this end too. Now, we can take this and we can put like a little stamp there. Or what I wanted to do was actually do a little decorating to the back. That way it can be a dual card on the front and back. And I have these cute little stamps, these little stickers that I got from Temu. These cute little vellum type stickers. And I think they'd be sweet with the little garland around the front. I think this would be sweet on there. So let's see. Just do like a little bit of decorating to the back. Also got these little things. My next video is gonna be like a little crafted video on my haul that I did from Temu. I don't know if many of you know about Temu, but oh my god, they're so awesome. They've got such great little things there on Temu. So we're just gonna take these little pieces right here. I got a little bit of ink still left on my pad. Let me see. I don't know if you can see my desk, but it has become messy in a hurry. I don't know if you guys are like that, but when I get to crafting, it seems like everything just ends up right there on my table. And I always have to end up like sorting through everything when I'm done. Alright, and again, since I'm dealing with thin paper, I'm just going to use my glue stick and glue that down, paying close attention to, ooh, I think my glue stick is getting out of hand. Pay close attention to the edges because that's the areas that you really have to deal with, because if not, they'll jump back up at you. Alright. I think that's glued enough. And now I got glue everywhere. So let's try not to get that too much. Stick that down there really quickly. Get some of that excess glue. There. Alright, and we're going to take this little sticker. Now let's see if I can get this off of here. These are so finicky. And I've never actually used one. This is my first time using these stickers. So now I got to figure out how to get them off of here. Oh my gosh. This is going to take a minute. Oh, there we go. Alright, so we are just going to... Oh, I don't like that. My fingers had glue on them. Oh, that's not going to look nice at all. Don't like that. I gotta figure out a better way to do those, or at least like take the glue off my hands before I deal with that, because that clear sticker around there, I don't really like that very well. Okay, we can glue this little guy over here to this corner. Just add that right there, kind of break up a little bit of that over there on that side. And then let's see, do we want to go over this with a sticker? My daughter brought some of her stickers that I gave her from Temu to add to this project as well. So let's see what we have that we can use on here that would make this look cute. Oh, I think that's pretty. I think that might go right there. And I want to ink that up as well. Give that a little bit of inking so it matches with everything else. And I like these because they have like a little, you can see a little bit of lip on there to give you an indication of where you need to go in. Alright, that was painless. And that gives me a chance to cover over that smudge that I had there. Alright, and so that's just a little bit going on the back. And so we're done with this little project. Oh, and I got glue everywhere. Oh my goodness. And so there we are. That cute little thing that you can make from something at the Dollar Tree. It costs $1.25, and you can take it and put it with some things that you already have, like your own little die cuts, your own little stickers, papers, and then now you have a sweet little journaling spot. Dual. This one, it can go this way, or you can flip it over and you've got this cute little bunny on this side. So that's going to be it for this tutorial. This is a very short tutorial, but one thing I did want to, another thing that I wanted to show you that I had got from the dollar store really quickly before I leave are these cute little, and I found these also in Corsicana and I couldn't find those at my local store. It's this large glitter classroom decor, and I got this one a while back and I just never got a chance to do anything with it, so I'll make a really quick journaling card with this as well. Basically, it's already done because it's a really cool design. I'm just gonna leave it kind of the way it is, and all I am gonna do is ink up the edges, and that's gonna be it. And this will be a cute little journaling card to stick in your journals, to put in Happy Mail. You can do lots of little different things with it. If you're creative and you know how to make envelopes, this would be a cute thing to put in an envelope and give it to somebody special. Because who gets cards that are shaped like this? Nobody. And basically all I'm doing is inking around this. I'm just showing you how quick some things can be to just turn into a journaling spot, or a tag. Just very simple. I know most of you who are crafters are not new to this, so you know that you can just take any little thing and make it into something, you know, pretty cool and pretty. You can add some lace to this. I just want to make it a little grungy. Not really grungy, but you know, give it a little bit of age on this side so it's not so stark white. Because that's one of the things that as junk journalers, crafters tend to try to shy away from, is that really bright white of some of the paper that we use. All right, and that is it. You can, go in and, age it up a little bit if you want. Give it a little bit of color, blush it with the ink, which that is totally unnecessary. You don't really have to do that if you don't want to, but I just like it because it makes it look a little bit older. And then you got your front, your back that you can just journal on. Isn't that a fun shape that you can put like a little picture in here? You can stick stickers on there and just use some washi tape and make a flip out, or you can glue part of it and make it a tuck. You can put ribbon here and make it a tag. So many things that you can do with just some of the cute little stuff that you find at the dollar store. But anyway, I'm going to end this video here and show you again this cute little woodland bunny that I made out of a little pack of paper at the dollar store that cost $1.25. And so there's 16 in there, so that makes them less than 10 cents a piece for each sheet of page. You can't beat that. So if you're crafting on a budget, like a lot of us are, then this is a great way to get the most out of your buck. Anyway, I'm going to sign off. Thank you guys for being here with me. And as always, I hope you guys have a nice day or night or evening or morning or whatever. Anyway, talk to you later. Bye.